You're listening to Radioactive on 91.3 FM CJTR. My name's Victoria. With me right now, I got Mike and Chris from Rival Town. How are you guys doing?
Doing awesome.
Doing well.
Awesome. So I'm going to be honest, I don't know a whole lot about your band. I found out about it from Chris's TikTok, actually, when you guys are posting about to blow your band up. So I don't know too much about you guys. So can you just tell me a little bit about the band and just tell me about Rival Town?
Mike,
Well,
you got this?
You take this one, Chris, because I joined a couple years ago. Chris has been there pretty much from the beginning.
So yeah, we've been a band for over 5 years now. A couple member changes. We got Mike over 2 years now.
Yeah.
And Mike was a part of the new album. And most of us were from Thunder Bay, Ontario. I don't know if you know where that is. It's like 15 hours away from here. By like Minnesota. Is that Minnesota? Yeah, Minnesota. And I don't know. We've been touring lots through Canada and the States and trying to make it. And it's been a little hard, but with Mike, it's been a little better. Hey, Mikey.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun. I've definitely loved being a part of this band.
Yeah, it's good. Like I said, we had a couple member changes, so we just got Cole. He's been a part of the new track that's coming out on the 19th. And like I said, we got Mike for the last couple of years. There's Bryce, the other guitarist. I'm the other guitarist. We got Jared on keys, and we got Devo on drums. So, yeah.
Sweet. And for new fans, what are some things that you'd like them to know about Rival Town?
We like them to know that we like to bring the nostalgia on. We know it's a big thing right now, so we're really kind of tackling that mixed with just catchy songs. We just want people to really just vibe with our song. If you're just trying to write really catchy tunes that get stuck in your head.
It's funny how people are saying like, oh, every time I listen to you guys, it like reminds me of songs that came in like the early 2000s, but it's new. And we love that. It's super cool. Because I know how it feels when you listen to a band like that from back in the day. You're just like, it sticks with you forever. So hopefully we stick with some other people forever. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we like to mix our old influences with a lot of our new influences. And this is what we got.
For sure.
Yeah. And as a band, what are some goals that you would like to reach as a whole?
We just want to play with some bands that we love. That's like at least my biggest thing. Like I know we all want to play with like Bowling for Soup one day. We want to play with Sum 41, A Day to Remember. We just want to tour with just awesome bands and just be friends with them and just have a good time.
For sure. So with me, it's like I just want to get to a theater setting would be sweet. Like, playing bars for so long, it's fun and it's like it's intimate. Everybody's there, but like it would just be awesome to be in that theater setting where you're opening up for bands and there's like 1,000 people there or something like that. That's how you start to get even bigger and bigger and bigger. So that's a good place to be.
Right. And what bands would you say affect your guys' sound the most?
In Our Own Words is a big one.
In Our Own Words, yeah, for sure. I listen to a lot of Knuckle Puck. I listen to like Trash Boat. But I also listen to a lot of other stuff that I may steal little things here and there that I don't really think of, Like I listen to a lot of heavy stuff, but like I also listen to like the band Camino. I don't know if you ever heard of that band.
And we've pulled influences from like 4 Year Strong, Chunk No Captain Chunk. We like a lot of pop punk stuff mixed with some of that metalcore stuff.
Definitely.
Right. And what are some of your favorite Rival Town songs that you guys have written?
I really like, the new one coming out soon is probably one of my favorites right now. I really love that. But
so cool. It's so cool.
Bridges, I really like Bridges. I like Castaways and Swear Jar. We've been rehearsing Swear Jar a lot, and I really, really like singing Swear Jar.
Mm-hmm.
Swear Jar is super cool. But also, I like See Through, because it was like the first one we did when we moved down to Southern Ontario, which was super cool. Like I like it just for that fact, but like music alone, I would have to say Swear Jar for sure. Just the intro just like slaps you in the face.
Yeah, I have to say probably my favorite's probably Swear Jar too.
Yeah, for sure. Eh?
Yeah. And when you guys are writing new music, what does your typical writing process look like? Do you tend to start with like riffs
So,
or lyrics or what?
mostly not lyrics, but it's mostly one of us will come to someone with an idea, like a hook or like a riff or something, and then we expand off that. The normally it's Bryce, Chris, and I are like the main songwriters. So like one of us will come to the other with an idea, and then the three of us will expand off that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
For sure.
lyrics are really the last thing. Like we'll take like a full day working on the instrumentals, and then take like a couple of weeks working on like vocal melodies and lyrics and all that.
And it's mostly off of like one riff too. Like it's most of the time we're just like maybe I'll see Bryce at a jam or he'll be like, oh man, check this out, and it'll be like a little riff, and then within like 2 weeks we already have the song like written, and then we start writing lyrics. It's usually I don't think we've ever done lyrics first unless Bryce has had something kind of in his back pocket, you know, like on his phone, just kind of sitting there. But for the most
Right.
part, it's always after.
And what do you think you like most about being in a band? Is it the writing, the recording, or do you think like your biggest payoff is when you get to perform those songs in front of people?
Ooh, all of it is so great, especially when people are singing the lyrics back and telling you how much the songs mean to you. That's definitely awesome. But like I I love the studio setting. 'Cause like aside from being in a band, I also do like mixing and record other bands as well. So being in the studio and writing and recording is definitely one of my favorite parts. Music videos are a lot of fun too. I like music videos as well, but yeah, studio setting's my favorite.
And well, I would have to say like not just the new TikTok thing that we've been a part of, but like the things back you get from people when they hear your song, and if they went through something and that it's helped with, like this TikTok the last few months has been crazy. Like the personal messages that I get from people saying that, oh, I listened to this and it helped this situation or whatnot is the best part, for sure. The best part. I love to play live, but like that stuff is helping people is sweet. When you can do that with music we all know music is like a powerful thing. You hear one little note and it can like change your mood. So it's pretty
Right.
sweet being able to do that.
It's like a big community, pretty much.
Yeah, and TikTok has honestly been a really, really positive community. We've talked to a lot of really nice people on there that are very supportive. Like I don't think I've dealt with a single negative thing on TikTok yet. Like it's all just positivity. It's really cool.
Mhm.
For sure.
And like you guys were talking about with TikTok and all the people being so nice to you, how does it feel to be able to have so many like social media platforms to be able to promote your music on and get like people across the world to listen to your music?
It's definitely a cool feeling. It's yeah, definitely a lot different than how they used to do it. That's for sure. It's I mean, it's a lot easier, but at the same time tough because I mean everyone's doing it as well at the same time, right?
Right.
Yeah,
But
I was gonna
it's
say,
so
yeah.
cool. Like Chris just did a song, just like a cover song with someone from I think from Indonesia or something. So it's
Indonesia.
cool to be that social media brings people from all around the world together. We really, really like that aspect of it.
You pretty much stole what I was going to say, Mike. So that's like everything. Pretty much the exact same thing Mike said. I totally agree with all that. It's cool being able to be able to do stuff with people that you wouldn't have met on certain platforms. Like I said, we didn't have TikTok a couple months ago, and like the whole thing was like, my girlfriend was on it, and like I see her like kind of blowing up a little bit. I'm like, you know what, like maybe I could do that. So we tried doing it, and now it's like it's working out. So it's pretty sweet.
Right. And you guys are very talented. Like you are extremely talented band, all you guys that are part of Rival Town. How did you guys get into music and start playing guitar or singing or whatever?
You can go first, Chris.
I started playing when I was like 10 years old because my grandpa was in like this like polka band in Poland like a long time ago. So he had like a little bit of gear, like a couple pedals and stuff like that. And then he ended up buying my first guitar. And I took lessons. Like you said, you're taking lessons. I think I took about 3 lessons with a guy. He showed me a couple of riffs. And then after that, it's been like self-taught. So it's been pretty sweet. Like just I don't know. I caught on pretty quick. I'm not the best guitarist, but I'm all right.
Yeah.
I started probably around like grade. I was in grade 4. I got my first guitar after listening to like Sum 41, Linkin Park, Blink-182.
Yeah.
That's when I got into guitar. Took lessons at a conservatory, and they like put you in like these different combo bands there as well. So that was a really cool experience. I took vocals more serious because of Chester Bennington was probably like my biggest vocal influence from Linkin Park. Him for sure. Austin from Of Mice and Men. Yeah, those guys definitely really pushed me to start working hard on vocals. And I also lived with one of my best friends named Jamie Miller. He's from a band in Cleveland called Along Came a Spider, and he's an amazing vocalist. And when I lived with him, he was cutting demos and doing vocal covers and all that. And he's another person that really, really pushed me to really go hard at vocals.
Right. And I guess you just kind of covered this a little bit, but when you're growing up and playing music, what bands kind of influenced you the most?
Yeah, Linkin Park, Sum 41, Blink-182, those.
So yeah, my main one is The Used. Like I said, I've told the story like many times on the live stream and stuff like that, but I was with my girlfriend at the time, and we're like row H, and everything's getting super rowdy. It's just about to start, and all you hear is like that trigger, like in The Used, like take it away. Everything comes on, and he's like, F the police. He's like, everybody get to the front of the stage. So I actually ran on top of the seats all the way from row H, all the way to the front. And when I got to the front, everybody piled up, and the actual front row ripped out of the concrete. And everybody was like screaming, but like having an awesome time. And like that point right there was like, I want to be up there on that stage and not on the floor.
Right.
As much as I love being there at shows, you know what I mean? But being the person playing the show is even crazier, you know?
Right. So would that be a moment you say that was the moment that you were like, I want to be in a band?
For sure. That like changed.
Yeah.
Right there.
How about you, Mike?
Definitely.
What was kind of the moment where you're like, I want to be in a band?
When I first watched Linkin Park live in Texas, that DVD was played like every single day when it came out, and I always used to like grab a microphone, like not even plugged in, just a microphone, or even if I couldn't find a microphone, I'd grab a television remote and pretend it's a microphone, and I just pretend I was Chester and I was screaming and singing along.
That's awesome. That one's sweet too, man.
Yeah, I love it.
Crazy.
Classic.
Crazy.
And what would a dream tour look like for each of you? It can be different, but like as far as where you want to tour, who you want to play with, whether you're headlining or opening for someone, what would that dream tour look like for you?
Ooh. I'd kill to do like a European tour. I'd love to do that. And with band, I'd love to tour with like A Day to Remember, be a big one, or I feel like Sum 41 would be cool. Bowling for Soup would be a lot of fun. Dance Gavin Dance.
Mike, you gotta let me go first, bro. If you're just gonna like steal like everything.
All the same ones as you.
Yeah, I would love, yeah, like Sum 41, like that would be crazy from back in the day, like those kind of bands, like that one would be awesome. Like I love Grayscale. Like they haven't put anything out in like the last little while, but like them, like touring with Grayscale, I see all their shows are crazy. Or like Trash Boat, like that would be insane. Or even another Boys of Fall tour would be sweet.
Boys of Fall, yeah.
I love them a lot. Yeah, they're good.
Mm-hmm. And would you have like
They're awesome.
would you have a festival that you would really want to play at? Like, I don't know, like say Warped Tour came back, would you want to play at Warped Tour?
My God, yes.
I got to play Warped Tour a few years ago, thankfully.
Actually?
So
Oh, sweet.
I got that off my bucket list. Yeah, it was with another band, but I got that off my bucket list. Would love to do that again. But I really want to play Rockfest in Montebello in Quebec. I think that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, Rockfest would be sweet. Warped Tour would be like, it sucks, but I never got to go to a Warped Tour. Like growing up, I was so into bands. I would go to so many shows, and every single time I wanted to go growing up, like you live in Thunder Bay, you know what I mean? So like I never ended up getting out of there to go. And And then when the last one was here, I couldn't make it either. And so I'm hoping it comes back, because that'd be sweet. Like the first time going to Warped Tour would be like playing Warped Tour. That'd be a thing.
Man,
Right.
it is so. Warped Tour is definitely has always been one of the highlights of like every summer. It was a great time.
For a lot of people.
Well,
Mhm.
yeah, the lineups are always stacked too. Like it's always crazy. It looks like a fun
I would always
place to be.
I'd always get anxiety going in to the show because I needed the schedule right away. I needed to know who was on at what stage at what time, and I had to plan my day accordingly. Be like, okay, I'm going to catch Pierce LaValle at this time. Then I'm going to maybe miss some of their last few songs so I can go catch Mice and Men. I had to plan out
Awesome.
everything, and then once I had the schedule, my day planned, I'm like, oh, okay, I can breathe. Let's go catch Devil Wears Prada.
Like, how do you hear, like when you're there, because I know they have like the stages set up like that. Can you actually hear? Do you have to be pretty close to hear that stage, or how does that work?
No, you can hear it pretty well. Plus, they have it as well where, like, for the two main stages that are side by side, that stage is being set up for the next band while the other band is playing. And then once that band's done, then you just go to the stage to the left, and that band's already playing. They do the same there. Yeah, there's probably times, depending on where you're standing, that you can hear, like, other bands play at the same time. But, yeah, no, if you're standing in front of the stage, no, the sound's fine.
Nice.
Yeah.
Who'd you say the best person you saw at Warped Tour was?
Ooh. Bring Me the Horizon and August Burns Red were always ruck. They were a lot of fun. Them Parkway Drive, probably another one. Those probably like the top ones. A Day to Remember, actually. A Day to Remember is always great at Warped Tour.
I bet.
Nice.
So I just have 2 more questions left for you guys. So one of these last ones is, if you could change anything about the music industry, what would you want to change about it?
You go first, Chris.
Anything that I can change? Well, I would change how much Spotify pays artists.
Yeah.
That's for
That
damn
is a good
sure.
one, actually.
Like it's crazy, because like you work so hard to get streams, like, and what you get back is insane. Like it's crazy. And what they have, I don't know them, but like if you do a little bit of research, you just kind of you know what Spotify is. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'd give the same answer. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think a big thing is too that people who listen to Spotify don't really realize how little, like how many streams you need to actually be getting paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't realize how important it is to like buy the merch and buy concert tickets and maybe even buy the music off of Apple Music. Like I've heard that's a big one too.
For sure. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. And as a band, what does Rivaltown have in store for 2021? Are you guys releasing new music? Are you planning a tour if it's permitted? Kind of what's your plan?
Right as of right now, because of this whole COVID situation, we're just kind of releasing singles. We're constantly writing and recording demos and stuff. But yeah, I think we're just, as of right now, just doing singles because we have enough songs for an album, but no point in really making an album right now when we can't tour it right now, unfortunately. So yeah, as for like tours, like immediately when it's open, we definitely will be setting up tours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. Just a single for the most part coming up, and then yeah, just like Mike said, we're just writing, and no point to have an album out for it's going to be. Well, it's cool giving everybody music, but I think we can give them singles here and there to kind of keep them interested until we drop a big CD on them or something,
Right. And I feel like that's a logic behind a lot of bands right now, though, too. There's no point in really dropping a record until you can tour it, right?
For sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Awesome.
100%.
Thank you guys for doing an interview today.
No problem.
Yeah, thanks for having